So Black Friday is here, and it's not just about getting a new TV or some fancy headphones. If you've got a website, this is a huge deal. But wow, there are a ton of hosting deals flying around. How do you know which ones are actually good? That's what we're going to do today. Think of this as your Black Friday survival guide.
And that's really the big question, isn't it? I mean, you see these giant discounts, and it's so tempting, right? But is that amazing deal a golden ticket to a faster, more secure site? Or is it a trap? The kind with surprise costs and terrible service just waiting to pounce next year?
Okay, so to figure all this out, here's our game plan. We're going to start with the hunt, then dive into the 4 things that really matter: performance, security, support, and of course, the price. And at the end, we'll pull it all together so you can make a choice you feel great about.
All right, first up, the Black Friday web hunt. You know how it is. Every single year, hosting companies just throw these huge numbers and flashy ads at us. Our job here is to slice right through all that noise and find the actual gems.
So what kind of hosting are we even talking about here? Well, we're zeroing in on what's called managed WordPress hosting. The best way to think about it is like you're hiring a tiny, dedicated tech team for your website. They're the ones working behind the scenes, handling all the geeky stuff. The updates, the security, making sure it's fast, so you can just focus on your actual business. That's the level of service we're looking for.
Okay, let's jump into our first big pillar: performance, or as I like to think of it, the rocket boots for your website. This is all about one thing: speed. Because let's be real, online, if you're not fast, you're last. Now, don't let these words scare you off. They're actually pretty simple. Fast servers, that's your engine. The more powerful, the better. Built-in caching, think of that like your website's short-term memory. It remembers what people look at and serves it up instantly. And a CDN, or content delivery network, is super cool. It basically puts copies of your site on servers all over the world, so no matter where someone is, your site loads lightning fast for them.
And this is what we're aiming for. You don't just want a fast site. No way. You want a site that feels like impossibly fast. A cheetah strapped to rocket boots. I love that. Keep that image in your head. That should be your benchmark.
And the difference this makes is, well, it's massive. Just look at these numbers. With a bad host, your site could take over 5 seconds to load. And guess what? Most people have already clicked away by then. They're gone. But a great host, they can get you down to around 1 second. That is literally the difference between losing a visitor and gaining a new customer.
Okay, so your site is super fast. Awesome. But it's totally useless if it's not safe. And that brings us to pillar number 2, security. This is your digital fortress. And folks, this one is absolutely non-negotiable.
So what should you be looking for? Here's your checklist. Daily backups are a must. They're your time machine if something goes wrong. Firewalls, they're your digital bouncers, keeping the bad guys out. Proactive malware scans are like a 24/7 security patrol, always on the lookout. And this is a big one, you need to know that if you do get hacked, they'll help you fix it for free.
And here's the bottom line on this. That shiny Black Friday deal might look incredible, but if they turn around and try to sell you these basic security features as an extra, that's a huge red flag. Run away. The really great hosts, they know security isn't an optional extra. It's baked right into the service from the start.
All right, let's talk about the people behind the tech. Let's talk about support. Think of them as your expert co-pilot. Because let's be honest, things will go wrong at some point. And when they do, the quality of that support team is everything.
Wow, this slide just nails it, doesn't it? We've all been there. You're on a chat, and you can just tell the person on the other end is reading from a script. What you're really paying for with good managed hosting is expert support. You're getting someone who actually knows WordPress inside and out, can spot the problem in seconds, and, get this, can actually fix it for you.
And it's not just about fixing things when they break. The best support is proactive. They should be handling your WordPress updates automatically. They have to give you a staging environment. That's like a safe little playground to test changes without breaking your live site. And of course, they need to guarantee your site will actually be online.
Okay, let's get to the big one. The one everyone's waiting for on Black Friday: pricing. But hold on, we're not just going to look at the shiny price tag. We're going to learn how to read the fine print and see what those numbers really mean. You have seen this a million times, I guarantee it. This ridiculously low price, right? Just a couple of bucks a month. It's designed to make you click buy without thinking. And you know the old saying, if it looks too good to be true,
It probably is, because buried deep, deep in the fine print is the real price. the renewal price. And boom, after your first year is up, your bill suddenly jumps by like 10 times. This right here is the biggest trap in all of Black Friday hosting deals.
Let's actually do the math here. So, that first year, yeah, it's only going to cost you about $35. Amazing deal. But year 2, that'll be almost $360. It's the classic gym membership model, right? Get you in the door cheap, then hit you with the real cost when it's a pain to leave. The takeaway is simple. Always, always, always check the renewal rate.
All right, we've tackled performance, security, support, and the tricky world of pricing. So now, let's bring it all home. How do we make the smart choice? How do we build a real foundation for our website's future?
You'll see a lot of deals that throw in a bunch of freebies to make the offer look even better. And I absolutely love this analogy. Think of those extras like toppings on a pizza. Sure, they're great, but they only matter if the pizza itself, the crust, the sauce, the cheese, is actually good. The base has to be solid first.
And these are the kind of toppings you actually want to look for. Things like a free site migration. That can save you a massive headache. Email hosting included, premium themes, domain privacy. These things can literally save you hundreds of dollars a year. These are the extras that actually add value.
So, when it all comes down to it, here's your simple 3-step plan. Step 1, plan ahead. Before you even look at a deal, know what your site actually needs. Step 2, compare the important stuff. Look at the features, the performance, the security, the support, not just the price tag. And third, choose for the long haul. Pick a host that you can grow with, not one you'll outgrow in a year.
At the end of the day, a Black Friday deal isn't really about finding the absolute cheapest price. It's about choosing a foundation for your website. It's about choosing speed, security, and the peace of mind that comes with great support. So the real question isn't just, which host should I pick? It's, what kind of future do I want to build for my site? And then, you choose the host that's going to help you build it.